What's up, everybody? This is 3Kings podcast. Today we got a guest analyst along with myself and Taylor. We have Jonesy. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What up, though, man? Jonesy Stark, Shalom, all that other good stuff.
Not the Shalom.
All right.
Today, happy Hanukkah to all my fellow Hebrews out there, man. Yeah. We got dark skin, too.
And on that note, today we're going to do the, hold up, this dude said shalom. Alright, on that note, we're going to go into the YuYu Hakusho review. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite. It's one of my top 3 animes. YuYu Hakusho, it's a great anime. Up until maybe the last 2 seasons, maybe.
You're a staple for that last couple episodes, man.
The last 4 episodes were horrible, but the rest of the series was awesome. So, yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and tell us what you all think of YuYu Hakusho, and then I'll jump in. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can all get our first impressions out the way. Go ahead, John, since you're new. Go ahead, man.
I kind of mirror what you said. It's definitely one of my favorites. Easily, a lot of people, me and T, since high school, been having this debate with cats like, no, man, Dragonball Z is the greatest action anime. I'm like, no,
nah,
bro. Action anime, hands down is YuYu Hakusho, because you can see that the people behind the show, they learned all the positive lessons from the original Dragon Ball, whereas the number one rule of any action anime, especially one where, you have the typical, shonen trappings of new enemy, new training, new powers, is that everybody progresses evenly. Even though, the main character is always going to be the main character, but in every situation, Yusuke's powers wasn't necessarily the best approach to winning a fight or solving a situation. Everybody had their moment where there was moments where, when Kurama became Yoko Kurama, where he was literally, as far as power level, went the strongest guy on the show.
Yeah.
Or when Hiei learned how to multiple ways of using, the Black Dragon technique, that's like, Yusuke didn't have a defense against that.
No.
Or the opponent didn't. Whereas the Spirit Shotgun, or even the full-on whatever technique he had, wouldn't have been efficient in that time and place. So it never felt like somebody was cannon fodder in the show. There was never the situation where, all right, we get beat down, Yusuke comes to save us, and we go, oh, yeah, Hirameshi. It wasn't none of that Bleach, bourgeois.
Like Dragon Ball Z, like Goku, we
need you.
Everyone gets stomped out. Here's some Senzu beans. Hey, Goku has a new ability that he didn't have 2 episodes ago.
Exactly.
It apparently happened off panel when he was training because reasons.
Dragon Ball Z fans are going to hate you for that, but go ahead.
I don't care. Look, man, I don't know if T told you when you invited me. I don't care.
Bro, I don't care either, man.
The Fs that other people was born with, mine got left in the hospital, dog. I got one later in life, and there was a hole in the bottom of it. So, hey, but we got a problem about the last 4 episodes, though, man. The last 4 episodes.
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, I'll tell you why I don't like them.
About the first impression, I said before, I think YuYu Hakusho, along with Jones, like you said, I think it's the best action shonen anime ever made. It does it better. I'm not saying you can like what you like, but as far as the genre we're talking about, it does it the best. Mm-hmm. As far as character development, not having unhumanly amounts of filler episodes. Unhumanly.
Yeah.
Bleach. Yeah. Fans, I'm talking to you. But yeah. Yeah, unhumanly amounts of filler, flashback episodes,
seasons,
boring dialogue, just nothing to it at all.
Even the Naruto filler had character development,
at least. And I don't like
lot of character development.
Bleach on now 520. Bleach on 520, right?
Gotta be at least
ain't no damn reason to be that high.
The manga's on
no reason to be that
600 and something, and nothing's happening.
But bro, YuYu Hakusho, I think you know how Cowboy Bebop is kind of the standard for sci-fi, kind of that kind of
sci-fi pulp kind of blend.
Yeah, this is the standard bearer for shonen anime. Listen, we grew up with Dragon Ball Z got more fame, but it wasn't the better show. Yeah. That's kind of what it was with me. And again, a great characters. Perfect example, Kuwabara. Kuwabara was he was an asshole at the beginning. He was a non-factor for about halfway through the anime, and then he finally his sack dropped and we went on from there.
Dark tournament, dude started slapping people with ancient bonsai trees and like, yo.
Exactly, bruh. You can finally have respect for Fukugawa beyond him being an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you never got that with Yajirobe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like just that great character development, man. Like the story is it's a really good story. You can get into it and follow it. If you haven't seen it, we're gonna link it in the description bar. You can go look at it. But it's a great watch. Again, and like I said, I think I said it before, the Dark Tournament story arc is one of the best story arcs I've ever seen in anime. It's one of the best. Top 5, top 3. But that's my first impression on it.
Well, my first impression is it's one of my favorite anime, point blank period. Like y'all said, the character development in this anime is so awesome, especially like the power character development. Like, cause to see Yusuke, like in the first couple episodes, where he just learns a spirit gun, and like I think there's an episode where he literally like shoots it at his teacher, and it makes him trip. And then later on in the series, he shoots it and it blows up the side of a building. Like the development of each person's powers, like you said, like not every situation was like strictly, let's all get beat down and Yusuke come along and save us.
Yeah.
There were a few instances like that with the Tagoro brothers, but the whole point of the Tagoro brothers is so he could fight Tagoro. Like the whole point of the Dark Tournament is so him and Tagoro could fight. But I really enjoyed the character development, the Dark Tournament, which, like y'all said, it is better than any saga in any anime. Like I'm trying to think, like a lot of people say, the Cell Saga was great in Dragon Ball Z. It was what the Cell Saga should have been. Like if you were going to do a series like that, that's how the Cell Saga should have went.
Yeah.
When you have that build up, that tournament atmosphere, you have the tournament because the Cell Saga had that tournament. The tournament, you were challenged throughout the tournament because you knew he was going to win because it's his show, but there was challenges in each level of the tournament. He got progressively stronger. And then when he fought Tagoro, that battle. First of all, that battle took like I think 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And second of all,
he died.
It was an amazing show, and Tagoro actually died.
And
Tagoro actually died.
No, like
he died.
Yusuke, like remember when he killed him and like his spirit beast kicked in, like his training actually wasn't just like off panel, like you saw, like okay. Like, dang, the joint turned into a phoenix, and everyone was like, what's up with a little homie right here? He's like, he said he's used to
it.
I like when the protagonist, like, it's one thing to like get beat down, come back and be like, this the typical shonen, do some push-ups, punch through your stomach.
Exactly. I know it's fantasy.
Just try a little homie, crack.
Let's say it's fantasy, but they made it realistic though.
In the fight,
it's realistic as that situation could be.
Go ahead, John.
Like the fighting
in this show was great.
Yeah, the choreography was great, but the thing about the choreography in it is like, okay, just to pull a parallel, the thing I like about the old Star Wars movies versus the new ones is that while the new ones have better, flashier fights, every single fight that happened in the original trilogy, it was in service to the story.
Yeah.
The fighting,
it wasn't
literalized the emotional aspect of it. There was character depth to what was going on. And in every single fight, no matter, like when Yusuke fought Chu, that was seeing Yusuke, deal with himself as a brawler, which is what he started the show out as.
Yeah.
Before he became, actual martial artist. Like that, within every fight, there was some kind of character note that was whether it was being told from their fighting style, from the origin of their powers. It was something about them that was like being said with each and every fight. Something about a relationship being said in each and every fight. It wasn't just like, I'm hitting you. And there's so many times in the shonen you don't really feel like there's any depth, like there's communication being done.
I'm just gonna say that like Yu Hakusho, it does that so subtle. Like it's still a shonen anime at its core. It's still shonen, but it gives you the different, them evolving as people through the actual martial arts. Like it uses it as a catapult to let you see how they grow through the whole series. And a lot of anime retard that. Like they just stick in that same little one shonen area. We're all gonna be together. We're gonna fight the bad. Like nothing really evolves at all.
I mean, and like you guys said, this still is a shonen. There still are stereotypical shonen characters. I mean, there's a girlfriend that they never actually say is a girlfriend. There's Kuwabara, who's a comic relief. There's the asexual male and Kurama.
Let's get something real quick. Yu Hakusho.
Vegeta.
Yu Hakusho is cliche.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's cliche, but it's not cliche at the same time. That's what I want to say. It's cliche, but it ain't cliche at the same time.
What I'll say about it is, I read this comic called Invincible, which is like basically Robert Kirkman to do
that is a dope riff on it. That is a dope.
Yeah, so you already know where I'm going with this. Then, like how Kirkman do like typical, very like you said, very cliche tropes of the superhero genre, but turn them on their head and invert them. And Yu Yu Hakusho will take very typical shonen situations and like it does such a good job of like I like the way it ended where I don't want to do too many spoilers, but whoever, the Demon World tournament, the actual winner of that whole event, the way they went about doing that, I was like, yo, that's real clever, because I thought it was going to be,
another way
different, like,
exactly.
Yusuke fell last, so he gets to be, but it's completely like, both y'all got knocked out.
Exactly.
And it's like, dang, like, who won the
just to go to the ending. Yeah, just to go into the ending without giving it away. The only issue I had with the ending was it started going away from what it was. It started going a little strange. Like, we got Yusuke, and you find out his origin that they never alluded to at any other point in the series. Like, it was just random. Like, all of a sudden he could do that, or And I'm trying not to give stuff away. The only problem I had was
I'll say it was a bit.
There was no reason to build it up.
With not Shunsui. What's that dude? Is it Shunsui?
Hey, what now?
I think it's Shunsui.
Shunsui.
The first period detective.
When Shunsui became an S class, like it was kind of a little Aizen situation where it's like, well, you build it up to this, so how are we going to logically move him up to this level? And their solution to that, I agree, was very Deus Ex Machina to have him be a Mazaku.
Yeah.
I like what they did with it after that, though. Like, I like that they, it wasn't the best.
I didn't hate it. Go ahead.
It wasn't the best. I agree with you. Like, it was very contrived, but the contrivance of the situation, I think they rebounded from it to introduce more interesting characters, a very interesting world, and a very interesting situation thereafter.
True.
See, I agree. That's the thing. That's the thing, though. I liked everything they did up until they got to where they were doing another tournament. Like, everything they did, where they had Hihei off with, I forgot the chick's name. He was with that other.
With
like, they were all in separate places. You got to see the demon world. You got to see all this other cool stuff. But then, like, you get to the end, and it felt like a huge letdown the way they went about it. Like, I don't mind how the tournament.
We've already seen.
Yeah, like there should have been a different way that you could have ended that. Because
that's like I said, that's more of a situation where like it's not necessarily the worst ending it could be, but it wasn't the way the series built you up. You were expecting a fulfilling ending, and that just wasn't the one that personally I would have chosen. But I could see the way it would end like that.
I kind of want to see a clash of the three armies.
True.
That's what I was hoping for. Like,
but see,
because
that's why I say
when I saw the last.
No, that's why I say.
Well, when I saw
that's why I say. I think they ran out of money. Quite honestly, I think they ran out of money. Quite honestly, let's just wrap it up.
I actually think the manga ended. Like, either they ran out of money, or they stopped being able to do the manga, or something. Because the way
I read the manga too.
It did? Oh, okay.
The manga finished the same way.
The show. The manga actually goes after the show. The manga goes after the show even.
See, they had to, because the way it ended, it was so abrupt. It was so, like, they start fighting, Yusuke turns demon, kinda, and then stops being demon, and then, like, they both got knocked out. Like, it was so abrupt. Like, you were like, that feels weird. You know what I mean? Like, it was just
I kind of like that, though. Like, it was one of those classic, one last punch moments.
Exactly.
It's kind of cool.
But like, okay,
I know what you mean, though. Like, leading up to that moment before they was both like, basically, all we got is like our legs and natural punching ability. At this point, they was going in like
exactly.
Niggas was throwing their life force into attacks, literally. Like,
well, like,
but then, like, as far as like, kind of end like white screen, like that's how you gonna end this.
That's how I felt like.
I was like, so like, as far as, okay, let's talk about characters though. Like, since you talk about character development, like, let's talk about favorite least favorite characters that could have been, you could have done without, characters who needed more in the storylines, along those lines.
What was his assistant?
The who?
What was Yusuke's assistant? The Botan. Yeah, I could have done without her. I could have done without Botan.
I mean, I guess she was needed in the story.
Very necessary in story.
Yeah,
she was annoying. Like she was necessary, but she was annoying.
Okay, question, Ben, is it her or is it the voice acting of her? Is it her as a character or is it the voice acting?
I've seen the Japanese and the original, and I mean the Japanese and the sub. So the Japanese voice didn't bother me. The English one grated on me a little bit after a while.
Yeah, it was probably the English voice because she was annoying as shit. Like just.
Yeah.
That's
really that's the only running issue with English dub. Is like there's just always a certain female character who is just annoying as hell. You can just do without her. And every English dub is in there. It's in there.
Yeah. I mean, but I can't really think of it. Yeah. Like I couldn't really even think of any other characters that really bothered me because every character served their purpose. Like you had Hiei, who was basically Vegeta. Like
characters are like memorable in the show.
Exactly.
Man. Like the Irish ninja unicorn, like come on, man, Jin.
Oh, you talking about Jin?
Yeah, just like talking about who comes up with an Irish wind ninja? Like them dudes was getting tricky.
That was the most random. Yo, we're gonna have an Irish elf wind ninja. That's what's gonna be an Irish elf wind ninja.
Wind ninja. And someone said that, like I was just thinking that because two people have to be in perfect sync for that to even that sentence to come out. Like they had to be sitting next to each other. Hey man, you know what? This dude should be an Irish elf wind ninja.
I mean, but they had so many cool, like the Tagore brothers. Like, I mean, not the little Tagore, because that little motherfucker was
designed. It was like this dude looks like Evil Eddie, and this dude looks like the Terminator.
Exactly, pretty much. But I mean, they were still interesting villains.
They were one of them.
Yeah, exactly. They were very interesting.
I mean, towards the Dark Tournament, you saw less of his little brother, like Tagore himself, like his. As you get to know, like without spoilers, as you get to know his character and why he's doing what he's doing, he becomes cooler. Like he just becomes cooler. The only part I had a problem with him is, like you like, oh, I'm going 100%. Then you get your ass whooped. I'm going 110%. What? There's no. What?
Yeah, you know what? In the spiritual realms, normal math don't count no more.
Like, bro,
clearly.
You beat my ass all over the tournament. You beat my ass. Wait a minute. 150? No, you can't cheat. Come on, that's cheating. Come on, man. Come on, man.
You think that's messed up in the show? You ever played the YuYu game where that happens? Like,
nah.
I heard of it. I never played it.
YouTube Let's Play Dark Tournament, and you will see like some dude tries to win the fight without cheating, and it's like a 38-minute video of him just getting mollywopped for like the first 50 fights. He makes Shao Kahn on the new, like it's for real. It's like some SNK boss syndrome stuff, man. Like they used to put the service system after you got smacked up, be like, yo, start his first round off with a quarter of his life bar. I get like 2 hits in that one. Ain't. Like God, hey.
The show overall, it was an awesome show. It is. It's not my favorite anime because that
favorite character. Oh man, Kurama for me would be my favorite. Kurama would be.
Like, I feel Kurama's kind of disrespected by fans though. Like who aren't girls.
A lot of times. Yeah. A lot of dudes don't like him, but like.
Kurama's that asexual, that's why he came in the velvet, he comes to the ring in the velvet suit,
he's the Louis Vuitton prince. He's the prince of YuYu. He got the prince swag going on, man.
Really?
With the robes.
Prince of bust your behind on that court though, man.
Damn right.
The game.
Shoot the J.
Kurama had that whip. Like, how disrespectful is a weapon that he slaps you with a flower?
Exactly, a rose whip, man. Come on, man.
Like, he had the disrespectful fighting style, like.
He really did.
Like, nah, you stay over there, like, don't touch my face. Don't.
But nah, like, as far as it being the
don't touch the velour. Don't touch the velour.
Not the velour,
don't get blood on my loafers, dog. Do not get blood on my loafers.
Velvet.
He's a suede.
That thing was straight velvet. Bro, it was velvet. It was made out of silk velvet, bro.
Bro, he had the velvet button-up master song Mao Xing whole outfit on, like, bro.
No, the G Gundam costume.
For real, bro.
Bro, but he always be in that straight smooth too. He be coming in that straight smooth too.
Yeah, like
trying to be all nice.
Too,
he did.
When he like at the beginning of the fight when he's fighting Taguro, the second Taguro, the younger Taguro, the second time, and he's like, actually, I won this fight before we started. What are you talking about? I can read your mind. He's like, I just had to not think. I put like a death seed inside you as soon as the fight started.
Yeah, bro, his fights are so involved. Like, wait a minute, when do you have time to do that again? When do you have time to do that?
No, the one that tripped me out was when the first fight of the tournament, the very first fight of the tournament, right? The very first fight. That dude was talking mad shit, like, oh, I got your mom's wait. And he threw a rock at him. First of all, as a fighter, wouldn't you be a little freaked out? Like, why did he throw a pebble at me? What purpose did that serve? and then you die.
Bruh.
Like, why did you throw a pebble?
Bro, when you're done, you can't think that deep like that, man. It's just, whoa, what is that? Exactly.
Exactly what I wanted you to think. Now you got some roses growing up out your chest.
Exactly. And now they just open your rib cage, and now you just dead. Like, you just dead.
Like, my favorite character personally was EA.
Yeah.
My favorite character was EA.
Sometimes what I did like
Vegeta. Definitely Vegeta.
He was basically Vegeta. He was my favorite character in Dragon Ball. He wasn't as loud as Vegeta can be. Like, he wasn't as loud and overly angry.
Here's the thing. He's more obnoxious than Vegeta would ever think of being.
Oh.
He's more obnoxious.
He about to die and is arrogant as hell. Like when they fought in the semifinals and he was fighting that werewolf dude. Motherfucker's about to die. It's just arrogant as hell.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you ain't about to kill me. Like, you ain't about to kill me. Like, I'm EA. Like, what?
Right. He hated humans for like 3/4 of the anime.
I don't think he ever stopped.
You know what? He didn't.
I read in the manga, I read the after chapters, and he's just like how, the wall breaks down between reality and I don't know if in the manga, his job ends up being, he leads to patrols that, if a human wanders in, he's like, yo, you gotta get up out of here. And like the whole time he's doing his job, he's like, I should really let this nigga get eaten. Like, I should I'm the only one here, no one would know about it.
Oh, man.
I should kill him myself, actually, just because it's Monday. But you know what?
Yeah, like, you Hakusho, like,
Monday.
I'm saying, it has everything. That's why it's in my top 5, like, because it just has everything. The enjoyment factor is there. The story to keep you enthralled. Like, it's the total package when it comes to action anime. Now, if you want to compare it, like, top 5, is it my favorite anime of all time? I could clearly say it's not. But in the genre that it's in definitely top 5. Definitely top 5.
Oh, it's my second favorite anime of all time. Right behind probably Outlaw Star, which I'll probably get
my favorite movies are action movies, dog.
Outlaw Star.
I
don't gotta be Shakespeare.
That's the thing. I think it's almost it's impossible to have a favorite anime. I think it's impossible.
Cause there's so many different moves I'm in too, though. Like I feel you play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some days I'm in a Ghost in the Shell mode, and then other days
Thank you. Exactly.
I'm in a Razafon mode, whatever. Actually, Razafon got pretty weird. I like weird stuff generally, but it didn't get better, man. Weird. Which I don't know
ain't Razafon like just a mirror clone of Evangelion? Like, isn't it the same show?
Ooh, that was the biggest problem with it. That's exactly how I was gonna phrase it. Like, it's interesting. Like,
Mech Jesus, bro.
On the surface, it is like they
Mech
deal with the
Jesus.
same kind of philosophical stuff.
Yeah.
But this one's even more literally like Mech Jesus, like like for real. Like the Zephon, the mech in the story is like a second extension of the dude's body. And it can like shape reality. Basically, it has the power of saying "Let there be."
Like, bro, I started watching Razafon. I started watching Razafon. I was on the second episode. I'm like, you know what, Evangelion, and I turned it off.
I sat it out and I stuck it out. And it was a good show, but it's not a great show. It had great potential, but like you said, it treaded too close to waters that had already been.
So
Evangelion.
Here's
pretty potential.
Here's the thing:
already.
if you would have saw Razafon first, would you even have saw? would be better than Evangelion, which I don't even know. We're talking about Yu Hakusho. We had to work Evangelion in this shit somehow. Man. Go ahead.
All right, look, man.
Hey, man, you always gotta talk about Mac Jesus, man.
Here's the one thing I'll give Razafan over Evangelion is that you don't have to deal with Shinji.
True.
Because that kid, I mean, even in the manga where he's more assertive and doesn't do so much, he doesn't do too much Drake, like, I pilot robots, like, you know, too much of that. Like, for real, man, if Drake was in an anime, he would be Shinji.
Bro,
he
would, because he's so, that's one thing, I hate whiny lead anime main character, and they love those. They love them. In Japan, they love them. I don't love them here. I'm American. I don't want that shit.
Chicks like them, too.
Yeah, they do.
Mind you, this is grown men in Japan that'll love it.
Oh my God, this episode of Cashin Sins is giving me feels. Like,
bro, that anime bores me to tears.
I'm like, it's deep in like a 7th grade poetry kind of way, yeah.
Cashin Sin bores me to absolute death. Like, God.
I enjoyed aspects of it. I like the idea of it way more than the execution is the best.
Exactly.
Basically, the only reason I watched it because I wanted my TV already on Toonami before Samurai 7 came on, and I can watch that. I've seen it like 5 times already, but I never get tired of watching it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I watched some of that Character 7. That shit didn't make no damn sense, and I wasn't even trying to. Like, I was watching, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I ain't even trying to enjoy this.
It's a part of that revival where like they took a lot of old Tatsunoko properties and they tried to give them like more modern, gritty spins. The first time they did it with the show when we were in high school with the guy with the see-through half, like the guy that was a perfect android. Yeah, I forgot the name of the show, but that was good because that show already has some material that worked that way. Yeah. But they took like a basic superhero anime from like the 80s and then tried to like Batman and Dark Knight it up, and I was just like, come on, man.
Yeah, it don't work. It don't work.
And like the fight scenes that way, man. All of y'all.
And like the fight scenes, like I was trying to watch the fight scenes, and I see what they're trying to do is like give him the illusion of being like ooh, fast. But when he was, I can't remember who he was fighting. I just randomly found the episode where I guess he was fighting his equal.
Oh yeah, Dio is up.
They don't do. Yeah, they don't do the fight scenes in a way that you can even enjoy them because they both moving so fast, and the anime, you know, like trying to come in and see it, like it's just. Like, I can't enjoy this. It looks like they're just banging into each other. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
but
it feels like I'm really
we're talking about Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, just to wrap up Yu Hakusho. I mean, look, bro, anybody who's watching, we're gonna get into you know anime shit we do not like. We're gonna get into that. But just to wrap up Yu Hakusho, man, you're gonna not. These fans are gonna hate you. But
whatever. You want to hate somebody? Take Kubo for quick carry. If you think the show's gotten bad, you just see time out. At least the animators of the show have to put extra stuff in to stretch it out to 30 minutes per episode.
Yeah.
This dude will literally give you possibly 10 pages of content per issue that's released. And he really likes certain weird stuff I noticed. Like, this dude is all about cutting off body parts and limbs now. Like, I don't know where that came. I don't know.
Ain't everybody dying in Bleach? Ain't everybody dying?
Everybody needs to die.
Somewhere I heard that, like, since the show is being canceled, ain't everybody dying.
Hey, time out. Since we're still recording, spoilers. You don't want to know, you should go somewhere else. I don't care. This is about to happen. They killed Yamamoto.
All right.
They killed old man Yama. You know, after building up to the point where it was like, this dude is like supposed to be the most based out captain in the history of captains ever, and he gets mollywopped by just, it's one of those typical situations where they have a villain kill a character just to show how bad they are, how lethal they are. And I knew it was going bad when they had Kenpachi get beat down off panel. They just cut back the next issue and had a dude carrying him in the air. Like, is this the mad Shinigami you all feared? And then threw Kenpachi all sliced up on the ground. And he was like, run, Ichigo. I'm like, no, Kenpachi doesn't do that. I don't even know. I don't know who that is. Nah. Come on, son. Like, no.
We're bad, yeah.
Then they kill Yama. I'm like, really? They did reveal his Bankai, which that was the one saving grace of this whole arc, was that his Bankai was gangster though. Like,
but yeah, man,
we gonna the souls of everyone he's ever killed.
We gonna have some discussions about things that have to do with maybe Bleach. Exactly, but just to wrap up,
don't, man.
okay, let's not do that.
You know what? How about we have some positivity? We don't want to be those kind of guys.
Okay,
we
fine.
can just talk about things that are good.
I feel you. Okay, there we go.
FT take Ubo or whoever level. I feel like Lil Wayne right now. I'm gonna go to an anime convention. They're gonna be like, "You're that black guy, aren't you?"
Oh my god! But yeah, man, just to wrap up the Yu Hakusho, man. Everybody give their ratings on it out of 10. Then you can go ahead and start us off.
I would give this probably about a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
It's not perfect. We said it's not perfect, but it is very close and very, very good. Last 4 episodes, not good.
Last 4 episodes, agree.
Well, no, not even
back, I agree now. Last 2 episodes. I gotta agree now.
Well, yeah, last 4 episodes, yeah. There's no need for it.
I'm mad at the 2 before the last 2 because they set it up so good that the last 2 didn't live up to it. So I'm kind of mad at those. Like how I'm retroactively mad at Illmatic for Nas's career, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, now you've angered hip hop, Jones.
Exactly. Illmatic has been a burden on Nas forever and a day. That'll be a whole nother video.
That's a whole. That's
so,
a series right there.
For me, I gotta give Yu Hakusho. We've gone everywhere in the Yu Hakusho review. I'm sorry, Yusuke. I'm sorry, man. But
hey, man, that's part of what we do on the
I feel you, man. I feel you, man. Everywhere. But I have to give Yu Hakusho. I have to give it a 9. Nothing below a 9. It's too good.
Yeah, I can't either.
Jonesy?
I mean, well, it's perfect proof that you can work within your genre tropes and not have them be a burden but an asset. Like, I don't get tired of watching Batman punch the Joker. Well, I do if you do it wrong, but you can do it in an interesting way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get tired. These things are staples for a reason because at some point they were good and novel and new. If you brush them off or come at them from a different angle, you can make them feel new again. And that's what Yu Yu Hakusho did for me and still does. I can always go back to it no matter how many times I've seen the episode and pick up on something different. Like you said, it mastered subtlety. So while some people can write it off as, man, it's just a fight manga or a fight anime, it is, but at the same time, it subtly moves into other dimensions. So I gotta give it a 9. Like I said, it's not perfect. There are some filler episodes that didn't really do nothing for me. There are some episodes in the main line of the stories that there was moments and, but really if I want to sit there and nitpick, I could, but it's not worth it. It's too much to enjoy to even sit there and try to be like, I like this line of dialogue. I didn't like that Kuwabara sword looks like this. I didn't like the design of the spirit attack. Like, shut up, nigga. Just enjoy it. So, 9 out of 10. There's always that dude that'd be like, that snare at the 13.4 second mark of this track is just, I didn't like it. It threw me off the whole album. Kendrick, I have to give you a 7.5. The hook on Real ruined my whole day. Like, one hook.
Oh, man. But yeah, man, that's going to wrap up our Yu Yu Hakusho anime review, 3Kings podcast. Our next review is actually going to be, what is it, Darker Than Black, right, Ben?
Darker Than Black, yo.
That's going to be.
We could do today, but, never mind. Go ahead.
We're not going to get it.
We know we're going to have to go all over the place on that because you pull some too many resources, right?
You got the Darker Than Black review is going to be, that's going to be that's a really in-depth, discussion. But, and then we got a little side, we got a little short review. You got, what's it called? Shinguri Death Frenzy?
Death Frenzy. Yeah, Death Frenzy.
Shinguri Death Frenzy. Very violent. Very violent.
Death Frenzy is in the title, so I had assumed there weren't going to be puppies and My Little Ponies hugging one another.
All I can say is, within the first episode, somebody's getting their entrails taken out. So I mean, that's how it is. Yeah, but I mean,
sounds about right.
But yeah, that's going to be our podcast for this anime review. Again, you can hit us up. Any kind of viewer questions, any kind of either mixtape, album, anime, any kind of review requests either on our YouTube channel or the show email 3kingspc@gmail.com. Hit me up on Twitter name right above me. Ben.
Blackout89. At Blackout89. It's with a Q because, I'm a coon.
Pretty much.
Well, shoot, man. Y'all can hit me up at send all your hate mail and comments to my Twitter at PharaohDom. All replies will either be at your mom's dude or at these nuts. So just let me know the
I feel you, man. I feel you. I'll be linking somewhere. If anybody who hasn't seen Yu Yu Hakusho, you want to look at it, I'll link somewhere to watch it in the description. Legally somewhere to watch it. We don't support downloading of illegal anime. We don't support that. Streaming is fine, but
or streaming it on the
legal streaming is fine. Legal streaming is fine. But
yep, that niggas. The only reason I pay for food is I can't download it yet. So
but yeah,
I ain't paying for nothing.
But yeah, that's 3Kings podcast.
Can I download the new Jordans, nigga? Wait till they have 3D from code conversion machines, nigga. I'm gonna have all kinds of costs.
But yeah,
right up on Pirate Bay, download the Jordans.
But man, this 3Kings podcast. I'm Taylor, Jonesy, Ben, and we out. We'll see y'all next time, man. Peace.
Peace.